All right, hey guys. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been so long. Oh, hold on. We're going to have to do our live this way. Vertical.
That's okay. Vertical and horizontal, all the same. They just want to see cute puppies. It's been so long since we've done a live, but we're super excited to be doing this today, especially because last week we were very busy and just super excited to just get on here and not have to plan a video and just answer your questions and just be with you guys. So send those questions in so that way we can chat and have a great time together. But these are Ellie and Penny's, red Penny's, puppies. Ones are mediums and ones are minis. And they're just doing so good. You can see they're all running around and having a good time.
Yeah, like what Aaron was saying, whatever questions you guys have, just put in the chat below and we'll go through them as we go on through the evening and be sure to answer them. Also, comment down below where you guys are from. It's always fun to see where everyone's located, and obviously if you guys are past puppy families or current pending puppy families, be sure to comment down below too. It's fun to get to know everybody.
Yeah.
So John Clayton just said, Aaron and JP, so glad y'all are doing live stream again. Can't wait to meet y'all in person weekend after next.
John is getting a puppy from Bella Grace's litter.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
And then Dollyfi says, hi, I am 11 and starting a breeding. Sorry, she retracted her message. Oh. Let's see, Jennifer says, hi Jenny, watching from the Philippines. That's amazing.
Wow.
And then Marie's asking, how is Bella? Haven't seen her in a while.
Puppies.
She's doing good.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Yeah,
she recovered really quickly, and she's doing amazing.
She is slowing down quite like a little bit, but her and Honey, which Honey is right here, they absolutely love playing together. We'll try and do a Honey and Bella update.
Okay.
In the upcoming video. That'd be fun.
There you go. The Philippines. Wow. That is amazing that we get to talk to somebody that far away.
That's right. It is fun. And
Honey,
then
what are you doing?
Dollyfly says, hi, I am Naomi. I'm 22 and starting a breeding business. That's fun. Welcome.
What kind of dog?
Yeah, Dollyfly, put down below what kind of dogs you're considering. Dashoons.
Aw, cute.
Yeah. And then Mary says, love to see you guys back on live streams from Wisconsin.
Come on.
Oh, Dollyfly says, I am 11.
Oh.
That's fun. Well, welcome.
These guys are doing amazing at the Coolaroo. So this is like step one, and then we'll go practice the stairs a little bit later tonight. But they have been able to get on and off without any assistance. Some might need just a little coaxing just to come off because they're having too much fun playing with Honey. But they all have been doing really well with their reaching and coming off. Like Miss Pink. Come on, Miss Pink.
Sorry, hey guys. Trying to get it to change to landscape versus vertical. But that's what we got.
What are you doing, Honey? So for anybody who wants to know, Honey update is she's 7 months old now and weighing about 45 pounds. So she's kind of slowing down a bit on her growth. We saw the most growth between 5 and 6 months old. Well, actually between 4 and 6 months old, and she hasn't gained too much this month.
Whoa, sorry. We got some puppies trying to grab onto the camera here. Sorry, guys.
Oh, hey! Shh. Honey stepped on you.
Honey, you have to be careful.
Well, I threw the toy. I need to make sure she's off of the Coolaroo before I throw the toy.
That makes sense.
You're okay, Mr. Blue.
Dollyfi says, do you have any tips on how to start a breeding business? Dollyfi, I would say send us an email and write down the questions that you have for us, and you can email us at doodlesofnc@gmail.com, and Aaron or I will try and do our best to be able to kind of help answer your initial questions that you have. Marcia, what are your thoughts on Christmas puppies? I think it works if families are informed and ready.
Yeah, you just want to make sure that that it's not like a whim. You don't want to be getting a puppy on a whim. You want to be able to make sure that that it's something that you're prepared for, that you're excited about, and that you're going to be excited about past Christmas Day. So past the excitement of Christmas morning when your child is like super thrilled and you are like the super mom or super dad getting them a Christmas puppy on that morning. But I think it's a wonderful idea if everybody in the family is ready and on board.
Yeah, but you're right. It's a big responsibility. And after that cuteness and the honeymoon phase, look at this guy. And they're just kind of like, play with me, guys. But it is a big responsibility. Mm-hmm. Especially potty training and doing the initial behavioral training. Sometimes it is fun and sometimes it's challenging.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
Honey, what happened to the monkey's arm? Look, we have a one-armed monkey now.
Is that from Honey?
I believe so.
So Aaron, how are they doing on the Coolaroo? And how are
Coolaroo,
they
they're doing amazing. Yes, we started the stairs a couple of days ago. The Coolaroo, they can all come on and come off themselves. The stairs, everybody has been able to do at least one step. And I have the girls come and help me. They practice with me. And they'll stand at the top of the steps and call the puppies, and I can kind of like help guide them up. But they are definitely making headway. So by the end of this week, because they head home this weekend, they will all have mastered it.
That's awesome.
You have Miss Callie.
This is Miss Callie?
Yep.
Oh, hi.
And I think you have Kobe. Is that red?
Let's see.
Yep, you got the two that have names.
Hello, Kobe. That's fun. So even the really small minis are doing great on the stairs now?
Yeah, they have been.
Is it still a little more
show you
challenging than the larger ones?
Yeah, the larger ones come down with more confidence and they don't really need me to coax them down.
Yeah.
The small ones definitely need some more guidance, I would say.
Okay.
But some of them are pretty big. Like Mr. Green's pretty big now. They've gained a lot of weight this past week. So they had their vet visit today, and my tiniest one is Miss Yellow, followed by Mr. Gray. And
so Mr. Gray with the ball?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, this is Miss Yellow. Her shadow was on the collar. So this is my tiniest one, and she's 3 pounds. So, say hi.
So cute.
What are you doing? All right, you want to show them how you can do the stairs? Come on. Ugh. Come on.
And then while you're doing stair training, let's see, someone says, what kind of wash machine do you have? I have 4 dogs and I use washable pee pads and have to buy a new washer every 2 years.
Oh, wow.
I need one that lasts.
Well, babe, you can answer that one.
Yeah, so we did a lot of research and talked to a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot. We met this one repair company that does appliance repair, and they recommended Speed Queen. And we have been a huge fan of Speed Queen.
Yes! Good
and we've had
see
this Speed Queen for how long now? 4 years?
Maybe.
Okay.
I have a hard time.
We just had a service done on it. And it was excellent. It was just a maintenance kit that it needed. So some new belts and things like that, because we do some heavy...
Those mats can really wear on them.
Yeah, so we wash, for example, these big pads here. And so they are heavy when they get wet. And it's been doing great. So we definitely recommend the Speed Queen front loader. We noticed with the top loader that we weren't able to get it as clean as we'd like. So hope that helps you guys.
Yeah, good job, Kobe.
Painting Fanatic says, just joined and I love y'all. Oh, thank you for that sub. That's awesome. It says, how many weeks are the puppies when they go to their families? Jennifer.
They are 8 weeks old.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. How are you? Come here.
Okay. Come on, come do the stairs with
Come
me.
here. We got Honey like right here. Oh, hi. Good to see ya.
There you go.
Honey is so sweet with the puppies. She absolutely loves
babe, you
to
just
play with
missed
them.
Mr. Red just went all the way down. Good job. Oh, that's okay. Try again. Lime green got in your way. Yes, good job, lime green. Come on, Miss Orange. Yes, good girl. Yes. So that was a mini. That's Miss Orange.
Good job.
You can do it.
So Dollyfy says, when do you start sound stimulation?
So we do sound stimulation between 2 and 4 weeks with puppy culture, but then we have found that we continue to do it all the way through the 8-week mark, and it makes a big difference when they go home. We've had a lot of families write back to us, so we changed that the last 3 litters we did, and so I asked, we have this closed Facebook group, and I asked, yes, good job.
Oh, nice job.
I asked the families if they seemed like it made a difference to continue on, and I got probably 4 or 5 stories telling me that they had no difficulties with their puppies being like anxious or frustrated with noise, and so I definitely want to keep that going as long as I can. So we do like a pot and a spoon in here to make like a loud clanging sound. I put music on out here when I'm mopping and stuff like that to make it just have different noises. And then the other thing that we do is we run the vacuum continuously inside. And so I'll bring that out here and just run it too. Come on. Come on, Kobe.
So Darby says, hi from Oklahoma City. I am adopting a mini Goldendoodle puppy in 2 weeks.
Oh, fun.
And I'm curious what your advice would be for traveling around to different family members' houses with a new puppy.
Let's see. So I definitely think consistency is key. So maybe if you could have like a portable little playpen or something else that you could keep them in a nice enclosed area so that way they feel confident. Or a travel crate even, like a fabric crate. That way when they're ready to rest, there you go. When they're ready to rest, they can have like a safe space. Good job, puppy. And then the other thing would be making sure that any exposure that you have to other dogs, that you know those other dogs, you know that they're friendly, and just making sure that all the interactions are going to be positive interactions.
Right.
So when Bella was a puppy, do you remember when we had a friend bark at her and get like in her face?
Oh, I do.
Yeah,
yes.
so after that, she
Good
didn't
job,
like
buddy.
men with hats on.
That's
and
right.
she started barking at people. And it was, our friend thought that he was being funny, but he kind of messed it up a little bit. Like her development wise, like she got scared of that. So we had to desensitize her to that particular look. So just making sure that everybody is on the same page with your family.
Right, that makes
Like
sense.
greeting and what to do.
Yeah, and kind of explaining to other people that you're visiting what the signs are for when you're trying to potty train. So if
Oh,
they
yeah.
start walking around and sniffing, then everybody's kind of helping you work on potty training, which is really key. And then, you know, it's kind of fun to let little puppies kind of nibble on your hands and things like that, but then that leads to other things that are undesirable.
Right.
And so kind of giving everybody kind of some quick little kind of rules on how you'd like your puppy to be raised.
Yep. Honey, you are so sweet with those puppies. And Mr. Blue
let's
is
see.
content staying on the stairs. He's like, I don't need to come down.
All right. So Lynn says, absolutely love your channel. but doodles are too big for us, even minis. Do you have recommendations on breeders of other types, like toy breeds?
I mean, there are breeders that do,
Hey, buddy.
that's Miss Pink. There are breeders that do toy-sized Goldendoodles. So maybe just even looking into that. I don't really have any other breeds that I could recommend, just because I haven't done enough research for other breeds.
That's fair.
I really have just loved and found out about Goldendoodles.
Yeah. So Denise says, how do you keep track of individual puppy progress and things for families to keep an eye on?
Oh, that's a great question. So they have different collars on, like colors of their collar. And so when they are working on things, if I notice that there's something like Blue, for instance, on this stairs, he didn't love doing the stairs. He just kind of laid there. So that's something that I'm going to want to work on for the rest of this week, is putting him on the stairs and making him kind of go down more regularly. And then when parents come to pick them up, it's just something that I would write down specifically. Or like, let's say somebody's a bigger teether than other dogs. I would write that. I would just tell the family, like, hey, just want to let you know, Mr. Yellow, this is made up, by the way. Mr. Yellow is a teether, so let's go ahead and get some extra teething toys for him. So that way that way you're ready as a family to be ready for that.
And how do you keep track? Do you just put that like in a Google Doc or?
I just put it in my notes on my phone.
Ah, got it, okay.
And then as soon as I notice something from a family, I'll go ahead and text it to them, because it's something that I just want to tell them that we're working on. I think people appreciate honesty and upfrontness. And then I could say like, oh, okay, Mr. Red from one of the last litters that just went home. He was pretty vocal, and he loved being more outgoing and telling me that he was ready to come out. And so I told his owner, like, hey, just want to let you know this is something that you're going to have to work on. That way they knew up front. And they did. They worked on it when he went home. They continued to do the strategies that I was using by putting him in a puppy playpen, waiting for him to quiet down, and then going to get him out. And he's a perfect dog now.
That's awesome. So it's not necessarily something wrong if you list something,
Oh,
but you're just giving them a
absolutely.
heads up to say like, hey, this one might just need a little bit more care in this area, or
Yeah.
more training in this area.
Absolutely. I don't think anything is ever wrong with a dog. I think that it can be fixed with training.
Yeah. Ready?
Who's that?
Let's see.
It's
This is
Purple. That's Rain.
Rain?
Yep, that's her name.
That's cute. Hey, buddy. Such a cute face.
All the puppies have learned that they can go underneath the stairs. So I put everybody away, and I was like, I counted 8 Ellie puppies today, and I was like, where is the other puppy? So I checked in the tunnel, wasn't there. I checked behind the washing machine, wasn't there. He was underneath the stairs.
Yeah.
Good job, Ms.
So Dolly
Orange.
says,
Mr.
what happens
Orange.
if a puppy does not find a home? Dolly, we've never had that issue.
We haven't had it happen yet.
Yeah, so we really try and work really hard to match families with the right puppy, that when it's the right time for the family. So we lessen the chances of a family having to back out of a puppy. Obviously, we have some situations where life events happen and they no longer are ready to care for a puppy.
You want that?
But
Paul?
fortunately, we'll reach out to our closed Facebook group of people that are waiting for their puppy. And sometimes it just works out perfectly that someone's willing to take a puppy a little sooner than they had originally planned to be on a puppy picking list. Or they see a post and they already have one of our dogs and they say, hey, I think it's time for, say,
Number 2.
us to get a second dog. And so it always just kind of works out. So that's a great question though. Pautry says, how are Roo's puppies?
Roo's puppies are doing good. So we had 9, and unfortunately we did lose one. We haven't lost a puppy in a long time, but she was very small at birth, and she was the extra. They didn't see her on the X-ray. But Roo has rebounded really well, and everybody else is gaining weight very nicely. And Rue has settled down. At first, she was a little anxious, like with motherhood. She would want to just be with her puppies. But I was hand feeding her kibble. But she has since then really relaxed, and now we are in there playing with them, and she can get up and eat, and she's doing amazing as a mom. And this is her second litter, so she came around really quickly this time. Look at you exploring the crate. Go, Pink.
Oh, that's fun. Mary says, Honey is so hilarious to watch. She doesn't know she is the big girl in the group.
I know.
Completely agree. This is like her favorite part. Honey will hear Aaron open up this half. We have the top part closed just because it stirs up all the other mom dogs inside tonight. Hearing us talk really loud, they kind of go, hey, what's going on? But when this top part it's traditionally just open, Honey hears Aaron come down into the garage, and Honey's like, take me too. And
yes.
She just absolutely loves playing with the puppies.
And they love her. Look at them. Like that one's like wagging its tail. That's Mr. Black, I think.
Let's see. Denise says, I love that you educated others to the signs of needing to go potty. I had to do that with jumping since my puppy was eventually 95 pounds. Completely agree.
95 pounds?
Eventually. I think she means like adult weight is going to be 95 pounds. Yeah, so you don't want a 95-pound-year-old.
So close, puppy. Right next to the puppy crate.
Maria says, love the setup. Very clean looking. Thank you. Let's see. Laura says, I'm a breeder of Bichon Poos in North Carolina, and I'm grateful for your videos and the way you share. I've tried to model many of your practices. Thank you for sharing. Oh, that's so kind of you, Laura. I'm so glad that it's helped out.
Bichons are cute. I don't know what a Bichon Poo looks like, but I'll have to go look it up.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing in there? Oh, they have a blanket.
So if you guys watched I guess was it last week's video that we did the tunnel?
Yes.
Yeah. You can see that how dark the tunnel is, and how the puppies just love going through there, wrestling and playing. They do not have a fear of dark spaces.
Yeah.
What?
She climbed up.
Oh.
Go, Miss Purple. What are you doing up there, huh? Can you come down? Yes, you can.
Yay! Good job.
Good girl. Good job.
Yeah, Maria, the puppy saucer is a sledding disc. And we just have 2 of them that the girls use. But now they've been moved out here because obviously being in North Carolina,
we don't need it that much.
Snow.
Yeah. But they did ask. They were like, "Mom, can you clean those if we need them?" And I was like, "Absolutely." I was like, "We clean them every time."
We use them as wobble boards, as an unstable surface, and it works out so good. So June says, "How much does Honey weigh now?"
About 45 pounds.
And how much do you think she'll weigh as an adult?
I don't think she's going to go past 55.
Okay.
Charlie is 55 and Ripkin's 44. So I feel like she'll stop soon. Honey loves these little rings.
So Carol says, hello, do you ever use English Golden Retrievers in your breeding program?
I don't. So we primarily focus on the apricot colors and the red colors. So to do an English cream would kind of be a little different for our program. But they're beautiful dogs. They have beautiful boxy heads and really pretty statures.
Good job.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Let's see, who's this? This is Orange. Do you have a name for Orange Collar?
Rosie.
This is Rosie.
She's gonna go for training.
Oh, awesome, Rosie. So sweet.
Yeah, the biggest puppy today with Dr. Matherly was Callie, and she weighed 8 pounds and some change. And the smallest one was Miss Yellow.
Oh, fun. Got some wrestling going on in the corner.
I know. They keep finding the smallest little spaces. Like, who knew that the mop bucket would be a fun toy for them to play in?
Right, that's funny. Okay, let's see. Nancy says, hi from Massachusetts. I'm so excited to be on your list for the spring. You mentioned earlier small 3-pound mini. What will her approximately weight be full grown?
I would imagine that her weight is going to be anywhere between 15 and 18 pounds.
Perfect.
Is that Nancy?
Hickey.
What?
Nancy Hickey is
Oh,
what it's
yeah,
showing.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah. Thanks so much for being on here, Nancy. Let's see. Dollyfi says, how much time do you need to spend with the pups?
Ooh, that's a great question. Like, it's spread out throughout the day. So every play session we have is about an hour, and we at least do 2 of them a day when I'm cleaning. But then we do our training in between that, and I would say it takes about 30 minutes per litter to make sure that everybody has done it. Like, obviously it takes less than 30 minutes for like Penny's 5 puppies to do the stairs, but maybe 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes for Ellie's puppies to do the stairs.
What are you guys doing?
And then sound simulation, that only takes about 10 minutes for training. But early neurological stimulation, that takes much longer because you have to do something with each individual puppy. So it just varies based on the training that we're doing that day.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Jennifer says, how many weeks are the puppies we are watching now?
They are 7 weeks and like a couple of days. I'd have to look at their birthdays officially to tell you how many days they are.
Well, that'd be fun.
Let's see.
Did you see the puppy just like in between Honey's legs? That's so cute.
So Penny's puppies are 7 weeks and 1 day, and
Okay.
Ellie's puppies are 6 weeks and 6 days old.
Awesome. Oh, they're doing great on stairs.
I know.
For those ages.
I'm
That's
really proud of
great.
them.
Yeah.
I think the puppies learn from the other puppies. Like if there's something that they can learn from each other, they do. And so they learn from Honey to run up and run down or to jump off the Coolaroo. And then the bigger puppies teach the smaller puppies, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
That makes sense. So Dollyfi says, how long have we been breeding?
How long, what?
How long have we been breeding Goldendoodles?
11 years, which is wild. Coming up on 11 years.
Got a little puppy pile in the tunnel. Hey guys.
Honey, what do you have in your mouth?
I didn't mean to interrupt your playtime.
This is hilarious. John Paul, you should see this. He's like Mr. Lime Green while he was just like laying in the mop bucket.
What are you guys doing? You want to do some more stairs? Come here.
Yeah, I think someone asked earlier, where did we get Bella from? So Bella is 12 years old.
Yes.
And so we met someone that was, let's see, she had been breeding for a number of years.
Yep.
But she, when she retired, she worked for UNC Chapel Hill. And we met her, and she was located about, what would you say, an hour?
Away from us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's about an hour north of us in Stem, North Carolina.
Oh, wow. I did not remember
you
that
forgot
city.
the city?
Yeah.
But she was super nice. And I still today think Erin was in on the plan.
I was not. I promise.
I really wanted a 35, 45 pound dog.
You said 45.
45.
There's no way you wanted a 35-pound
Okay,
dog.
we'll agree to 45 pound dog. Bella is
75. Or
75
72-ish.
Yeah. So I got completely
Bamboozled.
sold, but we would not trade Bella for anything.
Nope.
Super, super sweet. But she ultimately ended up starting Erin's desire for breeding. People just kept asking us where we got her from and would we ever be interested in having puppies. And so that is where it all started. And then we just slowly, over the last 11 years, built up our program to what it is today.
People started asking like, when are you gonna do it again? And I was like, I don't know, I have to convince my husband to do it again. And then people would say like, do you have a wait list? And I was like,
what are you doing in there?
No. And they said, you could take a wait list. And I was like, I could. And then people said, do you have a website? And I'm like, John Paul, can you build me a website? And he did. And it just kept growing and growing.
That's right.
But I definitely did not know that Bella was gonna be that big. We should have realized it. Her parents, Fancy, Fufu, and Rufus, were bigger than 45 pounds.
Yes.
Like there's no way that 2 dogs bigger than 45 pounds could make a 45-pound dog.
That's right.
So we didn't really do our research. We were
not.
brand new, newly married. Well, no, by that time we had been married about 3 years.
That's right.
But we were very excited about a dog. Come on, babies.
Dollyfi, where'd you get your wobble board? So Dollyfi, this is actually a snow disc that you that a child would sled on.
Come on, you
could pick them up on Amazon, but they're wonderful as well. Oh,
It's okay.
a little. All right.
Potty trays just went to the side.
We have some stacked potty trays like right there. All right, let's see.
Come on, you can do it.
Maria says, what a great beginning. Thank you. Just gonna scroll up and catch up a little bit, you guys.
Drop it.
And for those just jumped on, feel free to ask us questions. So we are Doodles of NC. We are located in North Carolina, and we're just playing with some puppies tonight that are just over 6 weeks and 7 weeks old. And just comment down below what questions you guys have. It could be about training. It could be about how we care for our Goldendoodles.
You coming
we're
up?
just spending time with them tonight and enjoying some quality time with you guys.
Yay! Good
So
job.
Pat says, this is John Clayton's mom.
Aw.
I can't wait till John gets my grandoodle. I'm beyond excited. Thank you, Aaron and JP, for good care of these little angels.
That's precious.
Yeah, thanks so much, Pat,
Hi,
for
John's
joining.
mom.
Let's see. So Mary says, I'm afraid I've joined too late. Hopefully, I'll still be able to watch this in its entirety.
Oh, you can watch it on
I've
a
been
replay.
excited to see your next live. Mary, thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, it's going to post as soon as we get done with recording our live tonight, which we're going to be on for a full hour. But you can totally go back and watch it.
Hey, drop. Give me that. Good girl. Oh, come on, you can do it.
Hey, Doc Zach's on. That's so fun.
That's awesome.
Eliza is approaching 8 months now.
Yes, good job.
And weighs about 27 pounds.
Oh, perfect.
The amazing thing is how strong and fast she is. That's so great. Thanks so much for joining us. What training programs do you offer?
So we have JP's mom actually and dad started doing some training for us. She's loved dogs her entire life and really enjoys working with them on obedience and working on crate training. So they offer 2 different ones. So 2 weeks they can work on crate training, potty training, and sit. And then at 4 weeks old, they can do, or 4 weeks with them, they can do crate training, potty training, sit, lie down, and walking on a leash. They haven't had anybody stay past 4 weeks, but they're definitely open to it. But it's been really great. They've had, 5 or 6 puppies now?
Yeah.
And everybody's said great things, so.
Yeah, their biggest thing, did you talk about crate training, the essentials? Yeah.
They love crate training, which I think is wild because that is like everybody's hardest thing to do for most people.
They're just so patient.
Yeah,
they just enjoy the process of building that bond with the puppy.
Yeah.
And then just working with them on trusting when they're in the crate that they're in a safe space and it's actually their quiet space that they kind of learn to love.
Mm-hmm. And they've been able to make adjustments. Like some puppies, they like to be in the living room. Some puppies, they like to be in their bedroom. And so they've been able to just take each puppy and work independently with them and then relay that information to the family. Like, hey, your puppy does best with the crate beside our bed. So we recommend that you put the crate beside your bed.
That's right.
And then they send home like a detailed, great schedule that you can follow and to get the best results.
And then we've had a puppy that was going to New York City. They're actually in the city, and so they started implementing city sounds throughout the day and the evening to get them acclimated to not be startled when they take them for a walk in the city. It worked out really well. And then we also offer and recommend a program called Baxter and Bella. And so this is for puppies all the way to adult dogs, just working on training. They have a wonderful online program.
This is something you do yourself.
And this is something you do yourself, that's right. But they offer clinics and webinars, and you can do one-on-one with the training if you have questions.
Yeah, I love that because there's not a whole, like you can't go to PetSmart and then bring the trainer home with you to say like, hey, he's having a hard time with the crate. But you can sign up for this one-on-one Zoom class with Baxter and Bella, and you can actually show a trainer what you are doing, and they can be like, oh, your space is too big, or oh, it's by a window, they're not going to be able to settle there. Like they can give you exact references and suggestions based on your environment. So I like that a lot.
Yeah. And then for anybody that's interested in a program like that,
where are you going?
We are so gracious to get a promo code from Baxter and Bella, but you can use all one word, Doodles of NC, and it takes 20% off. And they only charge you once, which is really cool.
It's a lifetime membership, which I think is amazing.
Yeah. So Denise says, are there any toys, brands, and or products that you would not recommend?
Just rawhide. I think that in general, every vet that I've been around has recommended not doing rawhide.
And do you remember what the why behind that is?
Yeah, it can get really gummy and it can create intestinal blockages, is what they've told me.
Oh, interesting.
Any toy, you have to be really responsible with what they're doing. So like if we have a toy that Honey has shredded or that another mom has shredded, we need to just go ahead and take that toy away. We don't want to let them continue to do that because they can choke on it, they can have a blockage, and it's just, that part is no fun. So any toy has to be monitored.
And a new one that we found is, especially with now having Honey, is being cognizant of small puppy plush toys. As they get bigger, it can then become a swallow hazard.
Like Raleigh.
Yeah, and so we've had Raleigh, who's an adult Goldendoodle.
She's one of our moms.
Yeah, and we had this fun little circle, and they had all these little carrots, mini carrots that they would, it's a busy toy.
Yeah, it's meant to be a puzzle where they pull out the toy and there's kibble on the inside.
Yeah.
And so it was meant for Honey, but Raleigh got a hold of it, and we didn't realize, but she ate like 3 carrots. So she swallowed them whole. And so she went home and wasn't like showing any signs of difficulty, but they were saying that her family reported that she was having difficulty pooping. So sure enough, they took her to the vet, they did an x-ray, and there were 3 of those small carrots in her
Not even chewed up, just whole.
Not chewed up, whole, yes. And so they did these eye drops, made her vomit, and they all came out. Yeah. Which was amazing. So she didn't have to have surgery or anything like that, but it can lead to surgery.
That's right.
So we don't want anything like that to happen. So no more plush small toys.
Yeah. Hope that helps answer your question. Let's see. So Juja says, question about mini Goldendoodles. How large do they get, and when do you think you'd have a mini litter?
So in our program, we say that 25 to 30 pounds and under are minis, and 30 pounds and over are our mediums. And most people would say that 60 pounds and up is a standard. And we will have those type of minis ready to go home in January. We've been really blessed with a lot of moms that have had babies recently or are coming to us in the next couple of weeks to have babies. And so we feel really excited to be able to help a lot of families after the holidays pick out their puppy and take it home.
That's
so
awesome.
we'll definitely have puppies available to go home in January.
Cool. So Jason says, my wife and I have been watching you guys for 2 years of your videos.
Oh
like
my goodness.
Netflix binge season. Oh, that is so funny.
Since the beginning.
Wow. Picking up our mini F1B Goldendoodle this Saturday. We named her Bella. Thanks for
Aw.
all of your helpful videos. That is
That's so
so
great.
kind. I'm so glad you're enjoying, and best of luck with your doodle. That's so fun. Where are you located, Jason? Let's see. And then Maria says, any socializing outside of the home?
For our puppies?
Yeah, Maria, comment down below. What can you provide a little more details with that question? Let's see. Beverly says, I love your live sessions and the transparency. Any thoughts on weaning off the crate as they get older? Or any experiences you've had that with your dogs? Oh, we've had.
Go ahead,
Go
babe.
ahead. What?
I said, go ahead, babe.
Yeah, so with Bella, we crated her up until like 6 months the first time, is that right?
A year.
A year?
Yeah.
Okay.
We let her go at a year, and that's when our dining room table happened.
Yeah, so Bella was doing great. Aaron kind of gave the spoiler. Bella was doing great. And about a year old, we thought she was ready for more space. And that was when we were both working full time in our jobs. And we came home to every single part of our chairs in our dining room completely chewed. And so we knew that Bella needed...
Was not ready.
was not ready. And then let's see, when did we then... Because now she's just completely out of the crate all the time.
Yes, but now she's...
I keep missing it. Honey, you just went through the tunnel again. That was so cute.
Come here, honey. Honey, come here.
Can I have your toy?
Look, come here.
And so we didn't want to make that same mistake again with
put it
Honey.
here.
And so Honey is in her crate. She's 7 months old now.
She doesn't crate overnight anymore.
Oh, that's a good.
But
That's
she,
something good to share.
Yeah.
So what does that setup look like?
At like 5 months old, we decided that she could just be out of the crate, but behind a gate in our bathroom. So she has more space there. But unfortunately, we were putting her behind the gate in the laundry room when we had to leave, and she teethed on the wall and the door frame. So we had to go back to the crate downstairs. So at nighttime, she's worn out, she's ready, she's rested, and she wants to be sleeping. And so we can hear her too if for some reason she woke up and decided that she was gonna do some teething.
Yeah. But I would say just give a little bit of space, kind of observe to make sure that they feel, that you feel confident in where they're at and that they have something to do. Honey loves yak cheese, which is just a digestible chew toy. It's just hardened cheese. And that really just keeps her busy. And so that kind of solves I would say, would you say Honey is what do they say, like not aggressive
She's not
chewer,
an aggressive chewer. I think she's average.
She's average?
Yeah.
Okay. But she does enjoy a chew toy, and so that just keeps her busy.
Yeah, but she likes her crate now. I mean, she never didn't like it. The first night we put her in the crate, it took, 24 minutes?
Yeah.
Which is not bad at all. But now when we leave, a lot of times we'll put like peanut butter in in one of the femur bones, and we freeze them ahead of time. We make them and we freeze them, and she goes right in her crate because she's excited about having that. Did you read?
I was trying to get through someone.
So skee ball would not be your forte.
No, I would be a terrible ski ball. That's so funny.
Come here. Let's try again. Look. Come here. Oh, really, honey? Honey, come here. Good girl. There you go.
Dill can do it.
She's like, I fit. Kind of.
That's so funny. You can see the puppies are starting to kind of...
They're starting to wear out.
Yeah. So one of their favorite spots is right underneath the cabinet. And you can see all of our videos when they start resting. They love this little quiet spot under here.
Oh my goodness, how many of you are there? Here, let me get a dog bed out.
Come here. Here, you can rest in the bed.
Let's see.
There you go.
So Lizette says, hi, Aaron and JP. I understand
Hi,
that it's
Lizette.
best to introduce a puppy to living spaces in phases, little by little. How much time do you give them in each before you allow them access to new rooms? So for us, we've had really good success in doing like a house line. And so that's just like having either a leash like connected to you with the puppy, or just having a really long line that just kind of goes in the house to kind of catch them if they kind of go in an area. But we also do a puppy corral, which if we can't fully observe them and keep our eyes on them, then we kind of let them have their own little space inside a room that we're in, or we can kind of be within an eye shot of them. What other kind of things when you talk about like introducing them to new spaces?
I would really say like it's about potty training a lot of times for that. And so having them be successful, I would at least say like for a month of being in one section without having accidents. And then you can progress to a larger space after that. And then just kind of growing it little by little. And you don't even have to have like free reign. It could be like 10 minutes on that house line, like you said, just exposing them to the new area and then having them try it on their own for 10 minutes with you observing.
Yeah, that's great.
Good girl. Are you just gonna sleep?
So Dollyfy says, how did you start your Guardian program? And then you'd have to kind of say like what a Guardian program is.
So a Guardian program is where we are able to have other moms, but they get to be family dogs first and breeding dogs second. And we match them up with families that want to be a part of our program. So for example, let's say that Miss Pink is going to be a guardian for us. Her family gets her right at 8 weeks and she's with them forever. She only comes to us when it's time to breed, and then she comes to us again when it's time to have her babies. And we have a contract with this family that they are really excited about working with us, and we're excited about working with them. So that way we can have the ability to share more Goldendoodles with more families, but we can give everybody individual attention, because if we had 10 moms here all at once, we couldn't give everybody the attention that they deserve. And the puppies the attention that they need to take care of them well. So that's kind of how that's what a Guardian program is and how it started. Another breeder friend of mine suggested it, and I had never heard of it before. And my mother-in-law wanted a dog, and so I proposed the idea to her, and she was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. And then, so they were our first Guardian ever. And then the second Guardian, I just had like this inclination from the Holy Spirit, and I got an email from somebody asking about a Goldendoodle, and I wrote them back. They asked how much they cost. I wrote them back, and they said that was too much, and that they're a pastor's wife, and they homeschool their kids, and it sounded like an amazing family. And so I just wrote them back and was like, hey, have you ever considered being a part of something like this? And I explained to her what the Guardian program was. And I had never met them before, but they lived in Burlington. And so we met at Panera, and we became like great friends by the time we left Panera. And they loved the program so much they did it twice. And after that, it just kind of grew word of mouth. And so now we have friends of friends, and people are like, oh, you should definitely be a part of Aaron and JP's program. Like, they love doing this. And
now you're right. Now it's just kind of word of mouth and referrals.
Yep.
And so then they just get added to a list. And then as long as they're willing to be patient, when a spot opens up, then we let them know. And
a lot of times recently, I have not even needed guardians because a lot of our guardians have wanted to do the program again.
That's right.
So like even now, Luna's family, they want to do it again. Miranda has 3 of our dogs.
You guys have seen Miranda on lots of our videos. She also helps us with our grooming for all of our mom dogs. All right, let's see. So Jason's in Central Virginia. Oh, cool. So that's awesome. They said that they made a deposit with another breeder prior to meeting us. So that's great.
Okay.
So
we'll
maybe
forgive
the breeder
you,
will
Jason.
let you. Oh, Maria, she's so funny. She said maybe they'll let them transfer their deposit. No, Maria.
We know that there's
dog.
There's other amazing breeders out there, and we know
but
that we
so
support
kind
them.
to say that. Beverly says, "Oh wow." Okay, so this is not Bella. This is Honey. Bella is inside, and we will show Bella. We'll do a Bella and Honey for those that just joined. We're going to do a Bella and Honey update on everything that's going on.
That'll be fun.
Let's see.
So the video that's going to come out next Monday, we'll have an update about them.
Yeah. Doc Sack, watch and learn from your pup. They will let you know so many things. When they are tired, when they want to play, to go outside, to eat, so many other things. That's so great.
That is very true.
Just be so observant and just try and bond as much as you can with your dog. Goldendoodles are just so intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
How did you start your guardian program? It seems complicated. Yeah, I think we touched on a lot of that. It can be complicated. I would just recommend just start really small. Oh, that's cute. Do you know who this one is?
It's gray.
Our first one that's out for the count. That's so fun.
I know.
Let's see.
You don't feel like I can move.
So Dini says, let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay,
What?
so Denise says, are you planning on doing a video on the do's and don'ts for Christmas decoration, plants, etc.? I had a dog pee on the tree. Just a thought.
Oh no.
That's awful, Denise.
Oh
I'm
no,
so sorry.
we weren't gonna do that, but that's a great idea.
Yeah.
We've been watching Honey significantly, so I put all the plastic ornaments at the bottom of the tree this year.
Yep.
But she hasn't really messed with it.
No.
I've been surprised. I thought for sure she would.
Yeah, this is Honey's first Christmas, and so we were really curious, and so, but she's been so good.
Honey, do not tear that cow's leg off. Honey.
So Mary says, do the gardening families get a portion of the total puppy fee that you charge? They do, Mary.
Yes.
We feel really strongly that it's encouraging to not only compensate our families that have the studs in our program, but also compensate the families that are the moms. And so we compensate both differently. So we do like a flat fee for our studs, and then we do a per puppy for the moms that have puppies within our program. And then we cap it at just 4 litters as long as the mom is doing well and that we didn't have any complications and that the mom is really interested in being a mom.
Yeah, that's important.
We're just very observant to that. But we have a really high standard. And so we want them to be trained, we want them to be groomed, and want them to have, a really good diet and a really great life. And so as long as they're willing to commit to that, we then compensate to help offset those costs. And also, it's fun to see the fun things that our guardians do with their compensation. It's really neat.
Oh yeah, we've like helped redo homeschool rooms. We've sent them to missionary. They went to a couple of people use their funds for like college for their kids. I mean, there's all sorts of things that people have done.
What are you doing, Gavin?
So cute. Let's see. Dolly Fight says, can we meet the girls? Our kids? One
They're
is
not here.
Yeah, one is at gymnastics and one is playing at a friend's house.
A neighbor's house.
Yep. Let's see. Mary says, who are Honey's parents?
Honey's parents are Charlotte, Rose, and Ripken. So that makes her Bella's great-granddaughter, which I love.
I'm sorry?
It's Charlotte, Rose, and Ripken.
I'm sorry.
And I said, so that makes her Bella's great-granddaughter.
Right, Kelly.
So Carrie says, so basically you make $30K off of puppies that you don't have to house the mother of, just borrow them back for breeding? I don't know what that means.
No, so we don't house the mother. So we feel like it's more important for our moms to have the best quality life that they can. There are definitely breeders out there that house the moms and take care of all their moms, but my guess is that they are in kennels or runs or a barn, which can be like super nice. It can be like the most beautiful barn ever, but it's still outside, and who knows how much attention that they're getting. This way they are having a great quality life, and they're pets first and breeding moms second. So yes, you are correct, but we feel really strongly about how we're doing our program and feel like it's the best way that we can do it.
Yeah.
And be able to provide families with puppies, because there are definite people and families that want Goldendoodles.
Let's see. Christina says, we just had a litter of
gotta poop.
6 Westies 3 weeks ago, and Mama didn't reject them this time. It was so wonderful. Oh, that's
good.
such a reassuring feeling. Seeing the mom bond with her puppies and the puppy's nurse is just so such a big relief that things are going to go well. Hey, buddy.
Come here, Missy.
You poop over here.
You are so playful. Let's see. Who is this one?
Callie,
Oh, this
definitely the most outgoing.
is Callie. Hey, Callie. You love to play. All right. Is it...
You got 5 minutes, babe.
Okay, is it common with your mini litters to have a petite pup like Miss Yellow? She actually is my ideal size full grown. That's
Yeah,
from-
I would
that's
say
from
there's
Nancy.
a variety.
What? What are you doing?
It's pretty often we have one small one, but they've always grown proportionately. But they probably just have more Nipsey in them than they do Ellie.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because how much does Nipsey weigh?
14 pounds.
Okay, that makes sense.
Honey, are you tired? Come here.
All right, everybody say goodnight to Honey.
Bye, honey.
She's ready for a break.
She's panting. She needs to go get some water. These guys are all tired.
They really are.
What are you doing? Callie's like, I had a rest. I'm ready again. I know. What is it?
And they have really come a long way on their manding this week. Last week I had to put them in the position each time. So like manding is when I approach their fence, they have to sit down before I'll pick them up. And sometimes it can take a good 5-6 minutes to get them to do it, but they're really good at it this week.
Yeah, and manding really just helps them know that, hey, I would like attention. Instead of teaching and promoting them jumping up to get attention, we try and teach them to sit. And then that tells them, and it tells us, like, hey, will you please greet me? And will you pet me?
Honey still does it to this day. Like, I don't tell her to sit. She comes to me and she sits on her own. And then we pet her.
Good job, buddy.
Any other awesome questions?
So Carrie says, my sister breeds Goldendoodles.
Oh, neat.
She takes wonderful care of all of her dogs and pets. I have one. She has paid college tuition for 3 kids in full from breeding puppies. That is amazing.
That's
Carrie.
amazing.
Let's see. She will not breed any more than 4 litters. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Well done. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. You can tell these guys are all tuckered out. Well, except for this one. But we're going to go ahead and give them some food and water and get them all settled in for the night. But thank you guys so much for joining us. If you guys like this, be sure to comment down below and tell us to encourage us to do another live. And maybe we'll start incorporating doing like a monthly live instead of a weekly video. But for us, it was a really nice break from having to, well, really honestly, for me, to have to sit down and edit over the Thanksgiving holiday. So thank you guys for all the love and the comments. We wish you guys a wonderful evening. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye.